Hi there, happy hump day and welcome to Wednesday. Wow, December. Absolutely hard to believe that we are in December, which means it's a few weeks until summer holidays or to Christmas or whatever it is that you do at the end of the year. And so what happens at this time of the year is we become super busy because there's a whole raft of things that perhaps we've put off until December, or things that we just feel that we need to get done before the year ends. And of course, what happens when we get really busy, when there's lots of deadlines, lots of priorities, lots of things we want to get done, we can fall into the fallacy of thinking that one of the ways to get through all of this is to multitask. And yet there's a problem with multitasking because we're just not good at it. Now, we all love to believe that we're good at multitasking, but the truth is we aren't. When you multitask, your attention is effectively split. It's fractioned. And as you switch from one activity to another, back to the original activity, which is what we call neural switching, not only are you losing concentration, but you're becoming less productive because the original task that you started with is going to take you longer to do. At the same time, if you're sitting in a meeting and you're supposed to be concentrating on the meeting and writing an email or checking other responses on your phone, you're not going to be fully focusing on what's happening in that meeting. Now you'll think, oh yeah, I can do it, I'm listening. But given that so much of how we communicate is done by body language, so our non-verbal communication, you're going to miss the true intent of what's being said. And at the same time as you switch from one task to another, you're using up precious energy resources in your brain, in the thinking part of your brain. David Rock, in his book, Your Brain at Work, and if you haven't read it, it's a great book, likens the prefrontal cortex, so the part of the brain that runs across your forehead that does the executive functions, the thinking, the analysing, the reasoning. He talks about it as a stage. And the problem is, if you're trying to do too many things at once, it's like having too many actors on the stage. And just as if a stage is crowded, it sometimes doesn't work. It's the same with your brain. If you're trying to do too many things at once, you're likely to do many of them ineffectively. And so it's really important to think about, where am I focusing my attention? What's the attitude that I'm applying to this task? Am I being really deliberate about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, when I'm doing it? And what are the tasks that I can do where I might be doing something else? So for example, if you're at the gym, you could easily use a stationary bike and read a book at the same time. But you wouldn't want to drive a car and read a book at the same time. So what are the things that you can do where it's clever to multitask? But also, where are the things that you really need to pay deliberate, slow attention? This is about focusing your attention and being really clear about the attitude that you're applying to the task so that you get things done and get them done well, so that you don't have to use up resources later to redo what you've done the first time, but not all that well. So some food for thought as you approach this busy month of December. Take care, and I'll see you next week.